What is up, sports geeks? It's your host, Josh, here back with another week of fantasy football content, joined by Alec, as always. Alec got back in the green last week, Lad McConkey with a good week, Bucky Irving with a spectacular week. He went off. And then obviously we had, Najee Harris and Tyrone Tracy both have okay weeks and have their backup running back take a touchdown from him. Yep. That's unideal. Jauan Jennings and then plays without Brock Purdy, not something that we were necessarily predicting, and still does okay. So no busts. Obviously, the Bucky Irving one went off, but a really solid week either way. But we're back here with 6 more. We had 5 last week. Back with 6 more this week. We're gonna jump right into it real quick though. YouTube is telling me that over 96% of you guys are not subscribed. Hit that subscribe button. It's free. It's easy. Other than that, over to you, Mr. Alec, for your first one.
Yeah. So my first one this week, I'm going to go with a guy who's been targeted a ton these past 3-4 weeks, kind of with the ascension of Bo Nix. It's going to be Courtland Sutton this week. Courtland Sutton's been unbelievable. I really like them this week against the Browns. It's on Monday night. So it's kind of one of those things we talked about a couple weeks ago where, you wait till Monday night. One of your guys kind of wins you a week. It's a little more fun. It's a little more engaging when a guy wins you a week on a Monday. Definitely think Courtland Sutton could be that this week.
Yeah, no, I love Courtland Sutton. I mean, the last 5 weeks, really since the emergence of Bo Nix, like what you're talking about, he hasn't gone under 70 yards. He's on a spectacular run. I saw a funny tweet that said I dropped him after week 7 when he put up a goose egg, and since then he's put up 17, 25, 19, 14, 29. It just constantly going off. But no, I love Courtland Sutton this week. I'm right there with you. And I think that as Bo Nix continues to play well, and he's actually established chemistry with somebody now, right?
Yep.
Courtland Sutton is your guy. When it's 3rd and 10, who are you going to? Bo Nix is going to Courtland Sutton.
Yep.
He's shown that week over week. So no, I love Courtland Sutton. The guy I'm going with my first one here is I'm going back to the well here. I'm going Bucky Irving again. I think that as he is, he won me a league last week, right? And I started him, and he was on our must starts for last week. He's back on it this week. And all year, 2 kind of common themes for running backs has been the Giants and the Panthers. Those are 2 teams that we've really been targeting here, and he got them back to back. So he plays the Giants last week, torches them, goes for 80 yards, a touchdown, 6 catches, 60 yards. Great game. This week now he's got the Panthers. This Panthers rushing defense is terrible. He is emerging as the lead back. Like last week, I believe he averaged 7 yards a carry. Rachaad White averaged 3. Same defense they're running against, right? So it is Bucky Irving's backfield. He is slowly creeping up on that backfield. Last week had a 52% target share. That's the highest he's seen since week 6. So I think that this is one that's it's Bucky Irving's backfield. Hopefully Sean Tucker doesn't take any more touchdowns, but even if he does, I still like Bucky Irving here.
Yeah, no, I love Bucky Irving. It was kind of weird last week where Sean Tucker was in on the goal line for almost 2 vulture touchdowns. Kind of weird. Just because his touches weren't that high, when they were in the middle of the field. But no, I love Bucky. Bucky's actually turning into, we had talked about it a couple weeks ago, where is Rachaad White still a good play? Is he not? I think Bucky Irving, going into next year could be a top 20 RB option.
Mm-hmm. No, I completely agree. And I think Rachaad White from here on out is a must sit.
Yeah.
And because he's completely touchdown dependent on everything. So yeah, no, I right there with you though. Next year, yeah, if you're in dynasties, he's probably a top 15 running back going into next year. I mean, in redraft, probably top 20. Hard to say he's going to crack a top 10 in a dynasty, but either way, yeah, no, I'm completely with you. I'm gonna go ahead and go with pair together another one here. I'm gonna go with my second here too, just because it's also somebody I had last week. This is actually the 3rd week in a row I'm on him. It's Lad McConkey, and Lad this is only the 2nd week I'm on Lad in a row, but Lad is establishing himself more and more as a wide receiver 1. We said that last week, right? He's every single week is getting better and better. Last week he had an 86% target or 86% snap share, which is his highest all season. And then you add in the fact that Quentin Johnson had 5 targets, 0 catches, 3 drops. He is not going to be there's no part of you that's watching this game saying, yeah, next week we're going to be giving him more targets. No, you're giving Lad McConkey more targets, the guy who's making big catches on you for fourth and 8 right down the field. McConkey is the number one receiver in this offense. Josh Palmer came back. He still remained as the number one. Will Dissly had his little stretch there. He still remained as number one. I really like Lad McConkey going forward. And then you also add in the fact that you're playing against Atlanta's defense. Not a bad defense, but I mean, they gave up 300 passing yards to Bo Nix. So I do think that this is an offense, or this is a defense that can give up a lot of yards. And I think that it'll come through the air here a lot with Lad McConkey again.
Yeah, and I like Lad this week too, just because you're right. The connection it kind of seems like it's building ever since that Bengals game where he went for what?
It was like 6 for 123 or something.
Yeah, but ever since that Bengals game, it feels like the momentum's been building for Lad McConkey, just because, it just seems like he's the most trusted target in this offense, obviously. Yeah. Josh Palmer and Quentin Johnston, they were Herbert was 3 for 13 when targeting them this last week. The trust can't be good with them. And this game on Sunday has the third highest team total. So I kind of just like Lad, probably gets anywhere between that 55 to 80 receiving yards, maybe 5-6 catches. That's a great week.
Yeah, I know. Absolutely. I'm right there with you. Yeah, no, it is a good week. Over to you though, for your second.
Yeah. So my second guy this week is going to be Jauan Jennings. Did pick Jauan Jennings last week. Only problem is I did not know that Brock Purdy wasn't going to play. There's no way that we could have known that on Tuesday. All signs were kind of pointing that Brock Purdy was going to play last week, kind of like this week. They think he's going to be able to play on Sunday, as in Brock Purdy. But if Brock Purdy's healthy, Jauan Jennings is a must start. I don't care who they're playing. I don't care where they're playing. I don't care the conditions. This offense really isn't that good right now. Surprisingly, Debo's terrible. He's kind of fallen off a cliff. CMC obviously doesn't look super healthy. So Jauan Jennings is the engine, and if Brock Purdy's playing, you have to play him.
Yes. Well, they're also playing Buffalo, right? And Buffalo's going to put up points. We all know that. So I think it comes down to, if Purdy's playing. I mean, Jauan Jennings was pretty much a catch away from hitting his projection last week with Brandon Allen at quarterback. So you'd like to think that with Purdy coming back, he's going to have that elevated, even more elevated role, and it's actually going to be quality targets, right, that he's going to be getting. So no, I love Jennings there. We'll go ahead and pair together your third one here.
Yeah. So my third guy this week, I know we had said usually Thursday's kind of off limits. This Thursday's different. It's Thanksgiving. You need to get this guy in your lineup since there's 3 games. I'm going Rico Dowdle. Rico Dowdle is taking over this backfield, over another 80% snap share. Just the sheer matchup. I know, Cowboys have not been producing very well, but this past week against Washington, they looked really good. Dowdle looked good. He lost a fumble, but I just can't see him getting 20-plus touches again against the Giants and not getting in the end zone. Yeah. So maybe touchdown dependent this week, but he should definitely beat out his projection this week.
Yeah, no, I'm right there with you. But also, this is a Giants team that just gave up 80 yards combined to Rachaad White and Bucky Irving through the air last week, in which with a bad offense that's maybe struggling to get the ball down the field. I think Dowdle in the receiving game is something that probably will be utilized quite a bit. And also this Giants rushing defense, like we said earlier on the show, it's terrible, right? So that's a target that we want to get. So no, I love Dowdle too. A little Thanksgiving right after your Thanksgiving nap play there. So my final one here, sixth and final one of the show here. I'm going Jackson Smith-Njigba here. JSN for Seahawks. He's had a rough start to the year, right? And up and down, I should say, because after week 2 he puts up 12 for 100 and right. But it's just been up and down. But he's finally actually kind of cemented himself as a key target for Geno, and Geno has shown week over week, I'm going to provide you the ball. You're going to, we are scheming you open. We are scheming plays around you. And then that's something that I really like, right? Takes a screen pass for 40 yards this past week. That's a play designed for Jackson Smith-Njigba. And so that's something that I like to see. And then you also put that together with you playing the Jets. This Jets secondary on paper is spectacular. It sucks. It's terrible. I don't know why. like I have no clue why it's bad, but it is bad. So it's one, if you look on paper, I don't like the matchup. If I look at how they're playing this year, I love the matchup. You know what I mean?
Yeah, I mean, especially just with Geno slinging the ball. If they're going to be in trailing game scripts and they're already prone to passing the ball, fire JSN up.
Yeah. No.
Because, I mean, he's probably, I mean, thinking about where he went, he's either a wide receiver 2 or a flex.
Yeah.
You can't get a better flex than JSN.
Correct. Yeah. Yeah. Unless it's one of the other 5 guys we said earlier today.
Yeah, exactly. I'm just saying, like, you know what I mean, though? Like,
yes. Yeah. No,
I mean,
I'm right.
JSN,
Yeah.
I mean, he's like, what, 5th in receiving yards, 6th in receiving yards?
Yeah. I mean, he's
killing it.
Yeah, he's been spectacular. Last 4 weeks, he's had, I mean, he had 69 yards the one, but 180, 110, 77. And so he's been playing absolutely great.
Yeah. And this isn't like a Jameson Williams 4 targets, 180 yards. This is a 12 targets, 180 yards. This is like sustainable.
Yes, absolutely. Yeah. Yeah. This isn't reliant on the big play. Exactly. So
I'm not trying to, I didn't mean to throw a jab at Jameson Williams right there.
Oh,
but you know what I'm saying?
No, yeah, we have Amon-Ra that does that. We have Amon-Ra that's he's our JSN.
Yeah.
That's fine. No, I like that. So those are our 6 guys here, though. I mean, we flew through that. We got 11, 12 minutes here, but we flew through those. But those are the 6 guys. You got Lad McConkey, Bucky Irving, JSN, and then Rico Dowdle, Courtland Sutton, and Jauan Jennings. As there's a fly on my mic there.
Yeah.
But those are 6 guys. I think this is gonna be a great week. Obviously, it's a great week. College basketball episodes up as well. You have Thanksgiving feast. You have Thanksgiving football. It's one of the best sports weeks of the year. And it's just the fact we have somebody on Thursday night or on Thursday is a little bit fun, right? You can watch for them, but I really like our 6 guys here.
Yeah, no, I love them. Hopefully we smash Rico Dowdle on Thursday, carry the momentum into Sunday, and then carry that momentum Sunday into Monday night to watch Courtland Sutton ball out.
Yeah, we've got all 3 aspects. We don't have a Friday play because it's a terrible game. Chiefs against the Raiders. But
it's almost as bad as Cowboys Giants. It's close. But at least the Chiefs have good players.
Yes, that is true. That is true. But all right, other than that, though, those are our 6 guys for fantasy football this week that you need to be starting. Other than that, this has been the Sports Geeks podcast. They play, we talk. Thanks for watching, guys. Peace.
Puts up the